You just hold on now. Red flags. Ha, go figure. As you can see, Memory Park. Red flags. What's up, everyone? We're scoping out the new, this is what $2.3 million gets you, taxpayers. We're here at Memory Park. Ooh, look what they did. They took that, those millions of dollars and tore down this eyesore of a building, planted some grass and flowers, and called it a park, right? Not even a block wide, right? So Whiskey and Ash checking it out. Anyways, I wanted to jump on here, give a shout out to several of my friends here, Tater, Steve, Bubs. You know, I'm working on getting my stuff set up for either live streaming or reaction stuff, and I'm having some trouble. It ain't keeping up right. So I was working on that and everything froze up. So I decided to step out here and talk about things I gotta say. But anyways, you know, like I know Bub's waiting for some more Second Amendment videos. I'm hoping to get around to that soon enough. And Tater's got sent me a couple of videos for reactions, and I'm hoping to get to those, but I'd rather do proper reactions where I'm, you know, where I'm not having to cut in and out and remember what to say, you know, where I just do it right there on the spot and do a proper reaction. Anyways, otherwise, I want to talk about two things real quick. This deserves your attention. First of all, the second thing we'll get to in a minute here deserves everyone's attention, but first thing I want to point out is, okay, I'll give a shout out to at 918 boys, something like that, I believe it is, and I'll post it up here. For my last video I did, cop takes out his own partner. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and check it out. But he left, I'll show you the comment he left, and that gives a more it gives us missing parts of the story for that, and I appreciate that. Thanks. And because I didn't do my due diligence to get the whole story, but the truth of the matter, it doesn't change any of the points I was trying to make. And what we get from that is we find out that really it was, the dude was a criminal, okay? But what made him the criminal is the actions he took during the stop, okay? You know, we can say, oh, drug dealer or whatever else. Well, I mean, is that really a crime? You know, when two people are consenting to a transaction or whatever? No, right? But who cares? But anyways, the point is that just furthers my point of the department. Okay, they all stick together and they're a gang when it comes to coming against all of us, right? But they got no problem throwing their own under the bus for the benefit, right? For the benefit of tyranny, right? Because the fact of the matter is, here that officer was watching traffic in the median, and they knew this. They knew that the guy they were setting up was heading that way, so they called the officer to stall him and make up some excuse to pull him over, which just furthers my point. They look for excuses, whether it should be valid or not. Okay. It cost the officer his life. Anyways, I appreciate the comment that gave more of the whole story of what happened there. I appreciate that very much. Anyways, so we'll get on with it, and I'll cut in this other video. Here's an incident a lot of auditors are getting into right now. And the good news is we got auditors sticking together and coming together, you know, for each other. And that's what I've been talking about. It does upset me that, you know, I've reached out to several of them, and everyone wants to ignore my stuff, so my views stay low, and, you know, and I ain't getting much traction, and my life's been ruined by the local government here. It is what it is. Ain't that right, Whiskey? Say what's up to everyone. So anyways, Whiskey's having a squat in this Memory Park, right? And so let's get on it. So Carolina, FortWorth, CFW Carolina is her channel. I'll leave a link in the description and try to remember in the comments. And then Benghazi Rabbit is where I found it. So I'm gonna leave 2 clips. I'm gonna show hers where the incident happened, and so follow along until you see it. And then after that, I'll show an update from Benghazi Rabbit, and I'll leave some other auditors are also talking about it, and I'll leave these links in the description. I'll try to remember to put them in the first comment also. But she was beat up by Krueger, Officer Krueger in Fort Worth. Okay, so now everybody's painting a picture of him as Freddy Krueger, and he deserves it. This officer really deserves the city people, whoever around there, to yank him out of that department and serve up justice. That's where we're at in this country anymore. This is the kind of nonsense that goes on, and it's sickening what happened to Carolina. So I'm, joining in on this stuff and try to drum up some support however I can. So, check it out, and subscribe to her channel, show some support. And if you want to donate anything to it, like I said, I'll leave links in the comments and in the description. But let me go ahead and show you her video here and what happened. And she was beat up. Oh, it's just awful what actually happened. Let's go ahead and show some of her video here, and here we go.
It's so hard. It's got a brand new program to it. But now everybody, all these cops are coming up here. They must think, they saw me, I know. They probably think Manuel's with me, and he's not. That's why they came over here. That's the tow truck. That's their discussion over here. They're having a discussion over here. They're saying, okay, we're going to tow this, we're going to tow that. Let's see. What are we going to do? Where'd you... Oh, I bet it's a cop car that's broken. That's hilarious if it is. Predator ones. Predator tow truck drivers. They're the worst. Do we have a black officer? That's amazing. Yay. No, it's not. It's a white guy. No, he's Mexican. What's going on? Don't say something to me. I dare you. Fire. He said we were about to tow this car off. They're towing a bunch of cars off. That shows really they're trying to build the entertainment district up, right? And this is a great way to do it. This is great for community relations. Isn't this a great idea for community relations, to start towing people's cars? I think that's a wonderful idea. Yeah, that's the driver. These guys are staring at me like I'm crazy. It's really late for people, huh? Good to see everybody. Yeah, they're going to open up some extra parking spots. It's great. That's great for community policing. Really good. Let's see what this sign says.
Now I'm going to stop it right there for a minute and point out something. What she's got right here, what she caught on camera, is already egregious actions by the police. You have this woman cop walking around on a private parking lot, looking right straight in, walking right up to the cars, looking right into their windows, okay? And then trying to open the doors. You keep your grubby hands off my car door, right? You got no right to touch it. Where's your warrant? Okay, so right there already, she caught them in the wrong. And let's continue on here.
That's great for community relations. That shows the spirit. That's the spirit. Fuck somebody, stay up. That's great for community policing, like they're trying to build up the entertainment center, but now you're gonna tow everybody's shit. So you're gonna tow this one. You did the Plainview Doctrine on it. That's a private parking lot. How the hell are you gonna tow off a private parking lot? Are you allowed to tow off a private parking lot? Are you allowed to tow off a private parking lot? Oh, you're gonna ignore me? Okay. Be a dick. You were a dick to me one other night too. It's Mr. Dickhead. He's the only tow truck driver that's ever been rude to me besides that other one. This is nothing about, it says, the signs do not, this is a private parking lot. So they're gonna tow all these cars off on people who are still working or think they're safe. It's a private parking lot. It doesn't say any, there's no towing, it won't be enforced signs. Let's look for them. Do you see any towing will be strictly enforced signs? I don't see any. So there's no signs that say towing will be enforced. What does this say? This is validated parking. It says please register upon parking. Then validate parking. Scan code or take pay. Failure to pay or extend the time may result in boot or tow. Please register upon parking. Who do they register with? Okay, here it says, here's a sign. Does anybody know how to do these? This is what the sign says. I got a scratch, so let me focus in. Here's what the signs say. The signs say, validated parking. Please register upon parking. Businesses can then validate parking for Folk Street warehouses. Ways to validate. You can scan the QR code or text pay. Failure to pay or extend time may result in boots. Okay, so how do they know if they paid or not? That's what I want to know. How do they know if they paid or not? How do you know if they paid or not? How do you guys know if they paid or not? Oh, they're gonna ignore me too. Help, rape, fire, 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 fire. That's great community relations too. How do you know if they paid or not, ladies? Hey ladies, hey ladies, hey ladies, hey Krueger. No, I'm not going to before. There's no investigation, there's no nothing.
You can go to the other side of the street, you're going to get arrested. I'm not warning you again.
What are you talking about?
Go to the other side of the street right now.
Wait, tell me why first.
We're doing an
You're under arrest. You're not.
No, I'm not under it. Okay, you go.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
She's bleeding.
And now you can see right here, Krueger, a male officer, you know, doesn't like her with the camera. So, what animal? Oh, you see that squirrel, do you? Anyways, he doesn't like her with the camera out in public, filming them. So he threatens to arrest her. He don't really have a right, but she don't listen to him, you know. And so he jumps out, tackles her to the ground, causes her concussion. That's what you're hearing here. I forget that proper term of it, but he knocked her in the head, slammed her head into the ground, obviously. And you hear the female cop say, oh, she's bleeding. You got two female cops there just watching it, okay? And so here's, you know, you hear her breathing this is like she's going into a concussion, right? She ends up in the hospital, and their justice, the officers, the whole department knows they were in the wrong, and instead of just, you know, cutting their loss, instead she gets to the hospital, they just bandage her up, and then as soon as they're able to get her out of the hospital, they throw her in jail, and she had to be released on bond. So sounds like they've I'll try to keep updates going, but it sounds like they've raised the bail for her to be able to get her out. And I'll show, you know, she's in bad shape. So I'll show you this update from Benghazi Rabbit, and check this out.
Everybody is why was Officer Matthew Krueger allowed
to stay a certified police officer after being terminated from the Irving Police Department. Oh, you can hear my little allergies this morning. Woo, I think the rain's coming in. Well, that question has still yet to be answered because from everything that we've dug up, Officer Matthew Krueger filed a little bit of response after he got terminated, and that termination was changed. Since then, he was relocated to the FortWorth Police Department. This officer has a history of violence, and clearly we see it. Carolina Fort Worth was attacked for her camera. There were 2 female police officers there, no issues, but Officer Matthew Krueger, So she has 4 charges on there. Evading, false alarm report, resisting, and some other stuff. We're going to put the charges here on the screen. Also, we're going to put up her mugshot. And Carolyn, I do wish to apologize to you if you do see this for putting this up there. However, what happened to you was beyond egregious, and anyone in this community knows, we all know at this point, that this needs to be spread worldwide. We will have justice for you. This will not happen again. If it does, well, I'm with getting the militia, as CJ said. It's time to get the gallows assembled, and let's have our say, because this happens far too often, and what happened to Carolyn is ridiculous. So we're going to go ahead and put that up, and for those who have not seen the incident, we're going to go ahead and roll that real quick.
That's what we got going on here, and it's sickening. It's sickening. This is what's going on in our whole nation. And it's time we get this taken care of, put a stop to this stuff. And so, like I said, the links will be there. Show some support as best you can. And I'll try to get back on track to the video I was trying to do. But I had to cut out when I caught this, found this from several different auditors. This requires our attention immediately. And something needs done about this immediately. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And, show your support for Carolina. Talk to you later.